right. Take it easy now.
Hello, darling.
Oh. Hello, dear. You having fun?
No. I wouldn't be here at all if I weren't so attached to you. Oh.
It's worth it, though.
What is?
Oh, the view, Ellen, the view.
You can see it on a postcard without breaking your neck.
What? Oh, he's in trouble.
Oh, it's our fault. He's falling.
No, take it easy.
No,
Take it
look
easy.
at his leg.
Take it easy, steady, old man. Oh, he's all right now. He's all right.
Oh, poor Dizzy.
Well,
What a shame.
it's his own fault, chasing birds on the edge of a glacier. Well, at least he's thankful to me for saving him.
Oh, I am too, darling.
Well, you can also thank me for saving the lunch.
I do. Ooh. Gives you a queer feeling up here, doesn't it?
Oh, lunch will fix that.
When I was a little girl, I used to climb up in a high tree because I thought I could talk to God.
And all you got back was your own echo.
The first few times.
Old Chris thought of everything. Look.
Oh.
Say, we'll have to ice this. Holy smoke. Hey, this is turning out to be an archaeological expedition. Come here, look what I found.
What is it?
Well, we still see. In memory of Patricia and Hugh Markham, who were lost in the avalanche of 1879. I would pick a place like this to have lunch. Oh, well.
I don't mind, Nicky.
No? Well, I'm sure the Markhams don't. Come on, Dizzy. I'll trade places with you. You go over there.
Come on,
That's
boy.
a good dog. Yeah. Go on, boy.
1879.
Yep. That was 60 years ago.
I wonder who they were, where they came from.
The name sounds English.
They may have been just like us, celebrating their 5th anniversary.
I like second honeymoon better, darling.
I wonder if they were in love. I mean, completely in love, like us.
I don't know, darling.
I know I sound like a romantic schoolgirl, but I'd like to think that they were. That when that avalanche came, they were very happy with one another. Why, Nicky. You haven't even been listening.
What, darling?
Is something wrong?
No. Here, I was just wool gathering. Here, sandwich. Good, too, huh? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dave. What were you saying?
Nothing really important.
Yes, you were. You were saying something about an avalanche burying people.
You know, Nicky, the natives say that this glacier moves a foot every 10 years.
Well?
I wonder what would happen if it should suddenly get nervous and step on us.
The Markhams would have new neighbors.
What could we say for ourselves afterwards?
From all indications, very little.
Oh, you fool. I mean, what could we say when we had to answer for our lives?
Well, I haven't much to answer for. I've never stolen candy from a baby or kicked an old lady downstairs, although I've often wanted to. Come to think of it, I've never taken anything very seriously. Well, except you, darling.
We're awfully selfish people, Nicky.
Well, of course we are. You can't be happy without being selfish.
Well, if having you all to myself on a mountaintop is selfish, selfish I shall remain.
Agreed. Here.
Thank you.
Here's to the next 5 selfish years.
And to bigger and better mountaintops for just you and me, alone.
Right. Alone.
Monsieur Desbro!
Hello, Chris. Here I am. Hey, remind me in the future to build a wall around our mountaintop, will you? Well.
Hello, Chris.
Bonjour, madame. I've been trying so hard to catch up with you. A telegram for you, monsieur. It arrived right after you left the chalet.
Oh, fine. Here, I'll give you a hand.
No, thank you, monsieur. This is as far as I want to go. I'm no longer a young man, monsieur.
Anything important?
No, but it's annoying. It's from Totten. Dr. Barnes is coming over from London about Jeff's laboratory. Can remain only one day. Suggest you take night train.
Oh, you can't go.
Well, you said we were too selfish, and this is the one unselfish thing I've ever done. Chris, reserve a room for me on the night train. And pack a bag for me, too, will you, please?
Very good, sir. Take good care in coming down, monsieur. It's much easier going up.
That's encouraging. Thanks, we will.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Can't you just send them the money?
Oh, no. They've got to show me the plans, all sorts of papers to sign and everything. I don't know.
Well, why not let Jeff take care of that?
Jeff. Leave it to him and he'll wind up with a beautifully equipped laboratory without doors or windows. No, he's depending on me, darling. I have to go.
Well, then I'll go with you.
Oh, no, Ellen. There's no point in that. You know how it is in Paris in August. No, look, I'll get through tomorrow. I'll be back Friday.
I could spend the day shopping with Linda.
All right, darling, if you insist.
Oh, well. You'll be back Friday, so I'll stay.
That's fine.
Oh, Nicky, how are we going to get down off of here?
Well, Dizzy and I'll have to fall down, but you're an angel. You can fly. Oh, come on, Dizzy. Come on, boy. I beg your pardon.
Well, that's all right.
This is a private compartment. I reserved it.
Yeah? Well, that's very thoughtful of you.
Well, I hope you don't mind.
Oh, not at all. It's nice of you to be so kind. It's amazing how kind people really are.
I am not kind.
And they never want to admit it.
Lots of dreadful things happening.
That's just what it says in here.
Well, the news in here is more recent.
But not so reliable. Would you care to look it over?
No, I'll save it for an ocean voyage. Right now, my time is limited.
Well, I'm glad you're aware of that fact. Most people think their time is unlimited. They have no idea how precious it really is.
Unfortunately, there's only a certain amount of it.
There's more than you think. The knowledge contained in this book took thousands of years to acquire. Millions of people lived and died. And all that time is between the covers of this book. You can live through it all between now and tomorrow morning.
Now, if I read that all night, I wouldn't be much good tomorrow.
May not be much good tomorrow anyway.
What makes you say that?
Oh, just a thought. We never know about tomorrow. We start on a journey and we think we know where we're going.
I know exactly where I'm going.
Well, it's nice to be so sure of everything. And I hope you go on in the same way.
I haven't time to worry.
What a pity. No time. And you'll never have more time than you have now. And in a minute, you'll have a minute less.
Make up my bed, will you?
Oui, monsieur. Thank you. Does monsieur wish to be called for breakfast?
Yeah, call me an hour before we get to Paris.
Oui, monsieur.
Wait for me, Jack.
Nick.
Hello, Linda.
Hello, Nick.
Well, how have you been?
Pretty well.
What are you doing here?
I've been waiting here for hours.
What, alone? Where's Jeff?
He isn't here.
Well, come on, let's go up the office. He'll be along pretty soon with Dr. Barnes. They're expecting me.
They aren't coming, Nick.
Why? Good heavens, Linda, you didn't
Yes, I sent the telegram. I couldn't help it, Nick. I missed you, so I had to see you.
Now, you listen to me, Linda.
Bonjour, Monsieur Despo. I suppose it's the talk of war that brought you back to Paris, huh?
No, Etienne. I'm just here for the day.
I was in the last war. I have a silver plate in the back of my head. Real silver. Au revoir, monsieur.
Au revoir. Well, young lady, I think we'd better have another little talk. But can't you see what a spot you've put us in?
I don't care. I'd rather die than go on without you.
But, Linda, we've been all over this before. You agreed it had to stop.
I know I said I did because you wanted me to. It's been that way all along. I've agreed with anything you said and wanted because I love you so much.
Linda, let's be fair. You don't love me. I don't love you. We've never loved each other. Now, you're trying to revive something that never should have happened.
Really, Nick? To hear you talk, I'm to blame for everything.
No, if there's any blame, I accept it all. But it's not a question of blame now. It's a question of common sense.
Common sense? Why did you think of that the first time you took me in your arms? Why did you have to make me love you? Why did you let this go on until now? I feel I can't live without you.
I know. I'm sorry, Linda. But there's something more important now.
What?
It's Ellen. I love her. I've never loved anyone else. I've never known that as well as I know it right now.
Your great love for Ellen didn't stop you before.
There are other things at stake, too. There's Jeff.
What about Jeff?
He loves you, Linda.
Why, I don't mean as much to him as that laboratory you're going to build. He thinks much more of the white rats he's experimenting with than he does of me.
But he's my friend. You can understand that, can't you?
That didn't stop you before.
I suppose I have a pretty elastic conscience, but every now and then it snaps back and hits me in the face.
When you're tired of someone, you suddenly get a conscience. I've left Jeff, Nick.
You've left him?
Last week.
You can't do that. He loves you. He'll be lost without you.
Yes, I know. I know how he must feel, too, but I can't go back to him.
Oh, I'm sorry, Linda. Genuinely sorry.
There isn't very much to hang on to, is it, Nicky?
There's nothing else to do.
Isn't there?
Ask yourself.
I don't know. Please take me to the Elysee Hotel.
Elysee Hotel, Chuck. Thanks, Totten. I'll look those over later. Did you call Jeff?
Yes, Dr. Reynolds will be here at 3.
Oh, that's fine. Send this wire to Mrs. Desborough, will you? And get my ticket. I'll meet you at the train.
Don't you want me to wait while you go over the mail?
No, I'll make a note of anything I want attended to, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Oh, by the way, Totten, I came up to Paris on a private matter. I didn't want to worry Mrs. Desborough, so I told her that I had a wire from you. We'll assume that you sent such a wire, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's fine. Thanks, Totten. I'll meet you at the train.
Very well, sir.
Linda.
I must talk with you.
Well?
I had to see you again, Nick.
Wait a minute, Linda. Once and for all, you've got to realize that everything between us is finished. It's washed up. Now, you've got to leave here, Linda. That's Jeff. I sent for him. You better wait here in the study.
Hello, Nick.
Hello, Jeff.
Totten phoned me.
Yes, of course. I asked him to. Come in. Well, what's on your mind? Come over, sit down. How's our laboratory coming?
Huh?
The plans, I mean.
I'm afraid I've neglected that a bit lately.
But you were worried about time. You said if war broke out, that it offered extraordinary opportunities for your type of research.
Yes, I know, but Nick, I want to talk to you.
Go ahead, old man.
It's about Linda.
Well?
She's left me. Nick, you've been a good friend. I'm indebted to you for so much. Getting my laboratory started, money whenever I needed it, countless other favors. That's what makes this so awkward.
Oh, forget all that, Jeff.
Well, Linda's leaving me is a blow that I just can't take alone. That's why I'm turning to you.
Well, I'll do everything I can. You know that, Jeff.
I knew I could count on you. If anyone carries any weight with Linda, you do. Talk to her, Nick. Tell her I'll do anything if she'll only come back. Tell her that, well, you know what to tell her. She's very fond of you and Ellen. Always has been. She'll listen to you, too.
I'll see what we can do.
Thanks, Nick.
But in the meantime, you must get back to your work. You mustn't let that suffer.
Yes, I can get back to it now. I feel a lot better.
Oh, that's fine. Need any more money?
Oh, we'll manage.
I get it. How much?
Well, another 250,000 francs.
I'll write you a check.
You know, Nick, you're doing this for me because we're friends, but it may make a difference to thousands of people, sick and wounded people.
You make me feel very noble, Jeff.
Well, you ought to.
Well, I doubt it. Jeff, you think you have troubles. Think of Joseph and Job and thousands of people. Why, the knowledge contained in this book took thousands of years to acquire. You know, there are thousands of people, millions. They lived and they died. And sit down. Look it over and have a cigarette and I'll write you a check. I'll be right back. Jeff's waiting for me. I'm leaving with him as soon as I write him this check. Now, the thing for you to do is to go back to your hotel, pack up. Go back to Jeff where you belong. Have a cigarette. Everything's going to be all right. Linda.
Just as you said, Nick. Everything is going to be all right. For both of us.
Linda.
Easy, Linda, easy. Yes.
I didn't mean it. I was crazy. Oh, Jeff, what'll we do?
First thing is to get you out of here.
I don't care what happens to me.
I do. What did you do with the gun?
I don't know. I must have dropped it.
What's got into you? There's nothing the matter with me. Now you listen to me. I'm here. Can't you see me? Can't you hear me? What did you do with it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we can't wait for that. We've got to get you out of here.
Wait a minute. Let's talk things over. There's nothing to get excited about.
Steady, Linda, steady.
Wait a minute. Linda, Jeff, listen to me. What's happening here anyway? Elevator! Elevator! Good heavens, are they all dead? Holy smoke, I'll miss my train. I'm sorry I'm late, Totten. Did you get my ticket? Come on, pay attention to me. I'm talking to you. Come, Totten, I'll miss my train.
En voiture, messieurs les voyageurs, pour la Suisse. Chaumont, Belfort, Bâle, Zurich, Saint-Maurice. En voiture, s'il vous plaît. En voiture!
That's my train. Look where you're going, man. Totten, you're through. You're fired. That's my train.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
How are you? I'm not very hungry. A chicken sandwich and a glass of milk, please. Wait a minute, aren't you going to... May I see that menu a moment, please? Yes, Ellen. I'm back. Ellen! Ellen, don't be frightened. It's me. Ellen! She's fainted. Get some water. Get some water, you fool!
Madame, what happened? I don't know. Help me to my room, please.
Ellen. Ellen, it's all my fault. I'm sorry, Ellen. What's happened? Even Ellen didn't know me. Ellen didn't see me or hear me. No one can.
Man that is born of woman is of few days and full of trouble. He cometh like a flower and is cut down. He fleeth also as a shadow and continueth not. These words offer little comfort to those who regard man's brief span as the sum of his existence. Let us rather fix our eyes upon the eternal reality of life. We are gathered here to offer friendly greetings to a traveler who has gone upon a great adventure. What was his equipment for the journey on which he has embarked? He was not a devout man. His was a religion of the heart, a religion of personal service.
That's where you're wrong.
It enjoined on him a life of friendliness.
Beautiful service, isn't it?
I beg your pardon?
I just said it was a beautiful service.
Are you talking to me?
Why, of course.
Would he have done?
But I'm not a person.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
No, I mean, I'm dead.
You mean you're supposed to be dead, but you're not really.
But you can't see me or hear me. No one can.
That's because they don't take the trouble.
Your face is familiar. I seem to have met you somewhere before.
Yes, we met on the train.
Oh, yes. You were the man with the Bible.
Yes, and you thought you knew exactly where you were going.
I was wrong. I don't know now.
He seems to know.
You who were his friends will agree with me that his most striking quality was his capacity for loyalty. Friendship meant to him...
Why do they wait until after a man's dead to say those nice things? He didn't know me.
Apparently.
And neither did most of these people here.
There is no shadow on our memory of him. No recollection of petty deceit or evasion or weakness. The friendships he made...
No weakness. I should say he didn't know you.
O God, whose mercies cannot be numbered, pray accept our prayer on behalf of the soul of thy servant departed, and grant him an entrance into the land of light and joy.
Land of light and joy.
It is for some.
His face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May he lift his countenance toward you and bring you peace now and forevermore. Amen. The interment will be private for the members of the immediate family at the American Cemetery.
I want a minute alone, Becky.
I understand, dear. I'll wait for you outside. I know how you feel.
Are you coming out to the cemetery?
Maybe I'm a bit too sensitive, but I don't want to see myself buried.
I can't blame you for that.
Do something for me, will you, Becky? Help her. She hasn't anyone else. What are you crying for? You never had any use for me. Just like you, you old harridan.
I'm not going to say goodbye, Nicky. It isn't goodbye. I'm going to keep you with me always. Always close to my heart.
Ellen.
Don't go too far away. Stay near me so I won't be quite so lonely.
I'm here, Ellen. If you'd only believe it.
I'm not going to be frightened by a little thing like death. We'll laugh at it, Nicky. That's what you'd want. I'll laugh, Nicky. But I'm going to have to learn how all over.
Don't cry, Ellen. I can't stand you doing that. I have so much to tell you. Please try to hear me. Why can't she hear me? Won't anyone hear me?
Well, there's no use shouting about it. That won't do you any good. You see, I can hear you even if you whisper.
Why are you the only one?
I have good ears and I have good eyes. I can see right through you. In fact, I saw through you the first day we met.
And perhaps you can see what a fix I'm in.
Yeah, just like you to say that.
Why?
Only worrying about yourself.
Well, what can I do about other people when I can't reach them or talk to them? I don't want anyone punished for this.
But he's already been arrested.
Who has?
Why don't you read the papers?
Jeff? He didn't do it. It's not true. He's protecting someone else.
It's a very ancient custom.
I can't let anything happen to him. It's not fair. I can't let them do it.
Those are very fine sentiments. But they're a little late.
Well, I've got to straighten it out. I'll never be able to rest until I do.
I'm afraid you won't. Our courts of law won't accept the testimony of a ghost. There is no precedent for it.
Monsieur Commissaire, at the time of the indictment, the police submitted a set of photographs of the victim. Do you identify these as being the same?
Yes, I do, Monsieur le Président.
Monsieur, show the photographs and the fingerprints to the gentlemen of the jury. You may proceed, Monsieur Commissaire.
Those photographs and fingerprints were taken as soon as we reached the scene of the crime. The wound on the deceased indicated that the shot had been fired at close range. A checkbook was found on the desk. It contained a check to the order of Dr. Jeffrey Reynolds for 250,000 francs, but it was unsigned. I questioned Dr. Reynolds, but he denied all knowledge of the crime. A search of Dr. Reynolds' home revealed nothing of any consequence. No weapon was found, but the fingerprints of the accused corresponded with those found at the scene of the crime. The accused was placed under arrest.
Thank you, Monsieur Commissaire. Call the next witness.
Monsieur Amos Totten.
Raise your right hand. You swear to speak without fear or hatred? Tell the truth, all the truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Your name?
Amos Totten.
You may proceed with your deposition.
Mr. Desborough came to Paris unexpectedly on the morning of August 17th. I knew nothing of his being in the city until he telephoned me, asking me to bring his mail to his apartment. I went there about 3 o'clock. He instructed me to send a wire to Mrs. Desborough in Switzerland, telling her he was returning by the night train. He told me to buy his ticket and meet him at the station. When he failed to appear, I returned to the apartment.
I was there, you fool.
I had a key to the apartment. I entered and found Mr. Desborough on the floor of his study. I immediately telephoned the police.
The witness alleges he knew nothing of Monsieur Desborough's coming to Paris?
Nothing.
We have here a certified copy of a telegram. It was filed the afternoon of the 16th. Nicholas Desborough, Glacier des Nantillons, Suisse. Dr. Barnes will be in Paris Thursday. Wants to proceed with plans regarding laboratory immediately. Can remain only 1 day. Suggest you take night train. Totten. The gentlemen of the jury will not forget that the witness knew nothing of Monsieur Desborough's coming to Paris. Yet this telegram was signed by him. How can he explain that?
I knew that a telegram had been sent, but I didn't send it.
Has the witness any idea as to the identity of the person who did send it?
No, I haven't.
Were you not in the employ of Monsieur Desborough for many years?
Yes, sir.
You had his entire confidence.
So far as business affairs were concerned, yes, sir.
So you suspected that this might be an affair of another kind. Does the witness know of any women with whom the deceased was unduly friendly?
I do not.
Nosy old man, isn't he?
Any questions from the defense?
No, Monsieur le Président. Your friend Jeff seems to be in a great hurry to lose his head.
Call the next witness.
Monsieur Etienne Almet.
Bonjour, monsieur, mesdames. Oh. À votre service, monsieur le président.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to speak without fear or hatred? To tell the truth, all the truth, and nothing but the truth?
Why, of course.
Your name?
Etienne Raymond Chrétien Almet.
Occupation?
I'm an engineer, monsieur le président. I have the honor to be in sole charge of the elevator of number 12, Place de la Bourse.
You may make your deposition.
Huh?
Tell the jury what you know about Monsieur Desborough.
He's dead. He is. I have read it in the paper.
Silence. Silence. When did you last see Monsieur Desborough?
I saw him on August 17th.
Tell the jury everything that happened between you and the deceased on that occasion.
Oh, very well, monsieur le président. I said bonjour, monsieur, and we spoke about the war, but the war had not begun yet. Everybody was worrying about it, and I told him about the silver plate in the back of my head, real silver.
Proceed.
He was on the stairway up. He was on the stairway. In fact, you might say he was hiding.
Hiding?
Que voulez-vous, monsieur le président, when a man has his arms about a woman?
Don't jump to conclusions, Ellen.
Silence.
It sounds worse than it really is.
I must warn the public to abstain from any demonstration.
I should like the witness to describe the woman. I ask if you can describe the woman?
A woman, monsieur.
Silence. Silence.
Fools. Stupid fools.
Never mind, dear. Don't let them upset you.
Would you know this woman if you saw her?
Perhaps yes, perhaps no. I couldn't see her face very well because the light from the window was right in my eyes. And besides, in my line of work, I see so much of, of that sort of thing that I don't pay much attention to it. But from now on, I will.
Monsieur le Président! Monsieur
Madame, I am sorry, but if you wish to remain here, you will have to be silent.
I will not be silent. I have a right to be heard. I'm not speaking for myself, but for someone else. My husband. He can't speak because someone killed him. That man is on trial, but you talk as if the other men were. The man who's dead. You're here to do justice.
Don't, Helen. Don't, please.
Madame, will you please be seated?
I won't. I want justice for my husband. I've sat here listening to lies about him and hearing suspicions cast on the simplest things he did. Gentlemen of the jury, I know the truth. We were married 5 years. In all that time, there was nothing but perfect trust between us. We'd gone to Switzerland to renew our honeymoon when that telegram arrived. If it was false, my husband didn't know it. He thought it was genuine, and that's the only reason he went to Paris. There was never the shadow of a lie between us. I want to say that here. I know it's a strange place to talk about anything intimate about one's feelings, but I'm not ashamed to stand here. I'm proud, because there's no doubt or shame in all the memory of all our years. I tell anyone who will listen, he couldn't have lied to me. He couldn't have concealed anything. There wasn't anything to conceal. It wasn't that sort of marriage. That's my memory, and I won't let you touch it. It's true, I won't let anything touch it.
Monsieur le Président, the woman. It's she, Monsieur le Président. I remember her now.
What are you talking about?
The woman, she was with Monsieur Desborough on the stair. There is no doubt of it. I'm sure of it.
Monsieur le Président, I request that Madame Reynolds take the stand.
No, no.
Monsieur le Président, the defense is opposed to a deposition by the wife of the accused.
Now we're getting somewhere. They should have called her in the first place. I'll tell her a thing or two. You're the one that knows all about this. One word from you would save Jeff. How can you be such a coward, Linda? You know what's right and what's wrong, don't you?
Madame Reynolds will take the stand. You are the wife of the defendant, are you not?
Yes, Monsieur le Président.
You may tell the jury anything you feel to be relevant to the case or to the charge against your husband.
There's nothing I have to say. I don't know anything.
Was Madame Reynolds well acquainted with the deceased?
Yes.
Too darn well.
You were good friends, weren't you?
Yes.
Please speak louder, Madame Reynolds.
Your husband and Monsieur Desborough, they were good friends too, were they not?
Yes.
Did you meet Monsieur Desborough in the hallway of the building at 12 Place de la Bourse on the morning of August 17th?
No.
You're sure of that?
Well, no, I didn't.
What was your reason for meeting him there that morning?
The defense objects to leading the witness.
I didn't do it. It didn't mean anything. It was about the telegram. I had...
That's it. Ask her about the telegram. She said it.
What do you know about the telegram?
Nothing.
You said you wanted to see him about the telegram.
I don't know.
You sent the telegram, didn't you?
I said it.
The telegram that was produced here in court?
Of course there was only one telegram. You don't ask the right questions.
You sent it.
She sent it because I made her do it. I'll tell you the whole thing. I'm guilty. I killed Nick Desborough.
Don't be a fool, Jeff. It's magnificent, but it's dumb. Think of your work. Don't throw everything away by protecting Linda. Tell the truth, Jeff.
Give me a chance and I'll tell you. I wanted money from Nick Desborough for a laboratory. So we sent him a telegram to bring him back to Paris. I sent my wife to meet him that morning. I thought she could persuade him to give me the money. We'd planned it that way. When he refused her, I went to his apartment. I held the gun on him as he wrote that check. I ordered him to write it. Then he tried to get the gun. We struggled, and it went off.
He doesn't know a gun from a broomstick. Surely you don't believe that?
What did you do with the gun?
I threw it in the river.
That's not true. He couldn't find the gun, but I can. I'll show you where it is.
I was determined to get the money for my work. It had become an obsession with me.
Did your wife know of your guilt?
No, she had nothing to do with it, I tell you. She went to meet him that morning because I insisted on her doing so. She was only trying to help me. She's trying to help me now, but it's no use. My only regret is that I didn't speak sooner. My time isn't of much value, but I shouldn't have taken up so much of yours. I apologize to the court.
Can't you see behind what a man says? Can't you see his motives? You're honest people. You want to do what's right, but you're making a horrible mistake. He didn't send the telegram. He didn't kill me. He didn't throw the gun in the river. The gun's still in my apartment. I ought to know what I'm talking about. I'm the man that was killed.
Ellen helped me save Jeff. The poor devil's innocent. He lied from start to finish. He didn't throw the gun in the river. It's right here in the fireplace, in this very room. Unless you find it, he's done for. Ellen, in all our years together, I took everything for granted. I took your love for granted. Now I die 100 times just to be able to touch your hand. I twisted everything. I turned everything into lies, and now I can't get them straight. There's a wall of lies between us, and I can't get through. Oh, it's no use.
Just as I thought. And dinner waiting for you? It's spoiled. Franklins were waiting to see you. They're still waiting. And here you are, sitting in this shooting gallery, moaning and groaning. Oh, poor child. What's wrong?
Oh, Becky, I'm so unhappy.
Why, of course you are, dear. Who wouldn't be in this place? Yvonne? Yvonne? Oui, madame? Pack Mrs. Desborough's clothes, everything, and have Jacques take them to my hotel at once. Oui, madame. Now, Ellen Desborough, you listen to me. As soon as I can book passage, you're sailing to America with me. You had anything to eat?
Oh, I'm not hungry.
Oh. Come along, come along. Yvonne! Yvonne! Oui, madame. Bring Mrs. Desborough something to eat. What should I bring, madame? Tell her what you want, dear.
Oh, anything. Some milk toast.
Huh. Fix her an eggnog. Put 2 hookers of brandy in it. Hurry. Bring me one, too, without the eggs.
Oui, madame.
Now?
I'm worried about Jeff, Becky. I'm afraid the jury's going to find him guilty.
Well, they might.
He isn't.
Shades of nightfall. Do you suppose he confessed just to hear himself talk? Really, Ellen?
Jeff was Nicky's best friend, Becky. There was never the slightest misunderstanding between them. The jury may believe Jeff shot Nick because he refused him money, but I don't. That's why Nicky went to Paris, to help Jeff build his laboratory. It's difficult to explain, but it's as though Nick were standing beside me day and night, begging and pleading for me to help him free Jeff. I know it all sounds silly, but I have the feeling that unless I do something about it, Nicky's soul will never know peace.
Don't mind me. I understand, child. Of course, you must do all you can.
Jeff, we've always been good friends. I'd like you to feel we still are. Please don't pretend to me. I know all about Nick and Linda.
What about Nick and Linda?
Why do you insist on taking the blame for something you didn't do?
What are you driving at?
You didn't kill Nick. Linda killed him.
What gave you that ridiculous idea?
You're protecting Linda, and I know it.
She had nothing to do with it. The court convicted me. I'm here, and that ends it.
You still love Linda, don't you? You're a lot like me. I still love Nick. But Nick's life is over, Jeff, and yours isn't. You haven't any right to throw it away. You haven't any right to make such a sacrifice, no matter how much you love Linda. You're a scientist. Your life belongs to the world. Today it needs men like you more than it ever did. Please, Jeff, I beg of you, tell the truth.
You're a good friend, Ellen. But I'm sorry.
Hello there. Come on over here. We've missed you. Come on, sit down.
Where have you been? Where have I been? I've been right here in the city, in the places where I was when I was alive.
That should seem natural enough.
But it's not what I expected. When I was a boy, I was always taught that after death, souls went to some sort of a heaven or hell to be rewarded or punished.
And now you find you don't have to go away to be punished. It's the reward you were looking for now. Isn't that right?
No, I don't want anything for myself, but peace.
Release, eh? You turned loose into space. Instead of being tied down on Earth, close to the people you knew and wronged when you were alive.
I want to undo those wrongs. I want Ellen to know that I love her. I want Linda to save her husband by telling the truth. I want all the wretchedness and unhappiness that I caused to be cleared up. I want to do it.
And you can't.
Nobody sees me. Nobody hears me.
Just it. That is your reward or your punishment.
I'm going through the tortures of the damned.
That's very well put. Not very original, but it describes your position perfectly.
Dead man haunted by the living. By Jeff behind prison walls for the rest of his days, until he becomes like me, a ghost. He was my friend. He was at the beginning of a great career, and he's thrown it all away because of a woman who doesn't care anything about him.
And because a friend betrayed him. You have a bite? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Oh, that's all right. Even now, I'm unable to realize that I'm no longer like an average person.
Oh, but you are. You mean well, but unfortunately, you can't do anything about it. And that's what millions of the average men are saying today. Ships are sinking, guns are hurling shells, and bombs to kill children. Yet they say they can't do anything about it. Doesn't that make your private trouble seem small? What's the matter? Aren't you interested in listening to the babbles of a poor philosopher?
No. But if I could only talk to Ellen for a minute.
Oh, that would be a miracle.
I've never believed in miracles.
Trouble is, you never believed in anything.
Well, what can I do? You seem to have a natural faculty for driving me crazy. What's more, you take a great delight in doing it.
Lucky for you that my voice can do that. It's a good, healthy sign. Perhaps someday you may find rest and peace.
Thanks. I seem to be more in the dark now than ever. There seems no way out of it. Man's rotting behind steel bars, and Ellen, she's heartbroken and crushed.
I'm afraid that isn't altogether true. You see, things have changed of late.
What do you mean?
Come with me and I'll show you.
Hello, monsieur?
No. Oh, yes. Glass of milk, please.
Milk, monsieur?
Yeah, make it hot, please.
Hot milk, monsieur?
Yes, nice and hot, if you please.
Très bien, monsieur.
Here they come now.
Pardon, monsieur.
Oh, nothing.
Bonjour, mesdames.
Bonjour. 2 brandies, please.
Bien, madame.
If I were Ellen Desborough, I'd think twice about making a spectacle of myself by being seen with Linda.
How long has this been going on?
A few days. This seems to be their favorite spot.
I can't believe it.
Did you expect to see her prostrated with grief?
I mean making a pal of Linda. I've always tried to protect her. I know it's bad manners to eavesdrop, but...
Go ahead.
Hello, Bertha. The cat. She looked at me as if I were a label on a poison bottle.
Oh, you mustn't mind her. If this happened in Bertha's hometown, you'd be literally stoned.
If what happened?
You and I being friends. Frankly, I thought it a bit strange, too.
Well, I didn't. We've always been good friends. Now, with Jeff in prison and Nicky gone, if anything, we should be better friends than we ever were.
That's fine.
I suppose if Bertha and the rest of my friends had their way about it, they'd have me blaming you for what Jeff did. Nothing could be more fantastic.
Nothing.
Let's skip it.
Let's get away from here for a while, Linda. You and I need some fun. Let's go to the south of France.
All right.
Let's go right away. How about tonight?
No, not tonight, Ellen. It'll have to be next week.
That's a date.
Hello, Ellen.
Oh, hello, Becky.
Oh, hello.
I have to run.
Stay and have another one.
I prefer not, thanks.
Had enough, dear? Oh, she deserved a slapping down. What's the matter with her?
Oh, she doesn't feel very well.
It's too bad. What's wrong?
A case of fevered conscience brought on by my deep understanding and friendship.
Oh, I see.
Double brandy, please.
Oui, madame.
Hello. See, Bertha's had her hair dyed again. Oh, what a day. I'll be happy to get on that boat tonight. And with all the mines and submarines about, I'll be much happier to get off. You won't change your mind and come with me.
I'm getting along too well with my job here. Linda's promised to go to the south of France with me next week.
You will go alone.
What do you mean?
She's sailing with me tonight on the same boat.
Oh, Becky, you must be mistaken.
I certainly am not. Boat's overcrowded, so they asked me if I'd mind making room for her in my cabin. Naturally, I declined with thanks. So they're putting over the Anderson girls.
She's running away.
Correct, my dear.
If she goes, I'll never be able to get Jeff free. What shall I do, Becky?
You've got to stop her, Ellen.
I'm afraid there's very little you can do, child.
There's just a chance, but you've got to take that chance. Hurry, Ellen, hurry.
It's a last-minute chance, but I'm going to take it.
Good girl.
Hey, wait a minute. You got to help me with those...
Same old Becky.
Where have you been? To the cinema. An American picture, and so...
You know I have to get to the boat train. Will you finish packing my trunk and bring me another suitcase?
But the time went so fast, madame.
Oh, do as I say and hurry.
There's no hurry. There's plenty of time.
Never mind, I'll answer it. Oh, hello.
Hello, Linda. May I come in?
Why, yes, of course.
I know it's selfish of me to impose on our friendship.
No, not at all.
After you left, I just hated to go back to the hotel.
Sit down.
Get to the point, Ellen.
Have a drink?
Yes, please. House cleaning?
What do you mean? Oh, that. Some of Louise's work, I guess.
You know she's bluffing, Ellen. We've interrupted her packing.
Thanks. I need it.
I could use one myself.
Here's to the trip.
What trip?
Our trip to the south of France. You haven't forgotten.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
Why all this fencing?
Oh, excuse me, madame. Shall I telephone for the porter? The trunks are ready for the boat train.
I'll do it.
Now's your chance, Ellen.
What's all this talk about boat trains, Linda?
Oh, the Anderson girls. You know them. They're sailing tonight, and...
You're sailing with them.
What?
You needn't pretend, Linda. Becky told me.
Well, what if I am?
You're running away.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. You and Nick.
So you believe everything that's been gossiped about me, too? I might have known all this friendship talk was sham. Well, I'm going back to America. I never want to see this place again.
Remind her about Jeff.
Jeff stays in prison for life.
Well, what can I do about it?
Tell the truth. Tell who did kill Nick.
What are you getting at?
Jeff didn't kill Nick. You did.
I will listen to that crazy talk. You get out of here.
It's the truth, and you can't run away from it. You can't lie and cheat and kill and have someone else take the blame for it. You think you'll be safe if you get away from me. Wherever you go, you'll be running away. You'll be alone and afraid till the day you die.
You get out of here. I hate you. I've hated you ever since I've known you. I don't care what you think. You can't prove a thing, can you? Can you?
No, I can't.
Then get out.
Helen, we'll give her proof. Go to our apartment. You'll find her gun there.
Louise! Louise! Call the porter. We're leaving at once.
Where to, madame?
To the hotel, Jack.
Oui, madame. Don't go back to the hotel. Go to the apartment, Helen. She wanted proof. We'll give it to her. Her gun's in the apartment. The apartment, Helen.
You can't prove a thing, can you?
What did you do with the gun?
I threw it in the river.
She's running away.
Correct, my dear.
Well, I'm going back to America.
What shall I do, Becky?
Go to the apartment, Helen. The apartment, Helen.
Drive to the apartment, Jacques. To our apartment.
That's good. Go into the study, Ellen. You're wasting your time. What are you looking for? That's a good idea. Now, Ellen, go into the study. No, Ellen. Over here. Come over to the fireplace, Ellen. Ellen, the fireplace. There's nothing in the desk. You won't find any of Linda's letters there. I've burned them all, Ellen. There's nothing there. There's nothing in those papers.
Those papers have been gone through 100 times. Why are you bothering with that stuff?
Don't go, Ellen. You've got to help me. Linda's scared. She's frightened. You've got to find the gun and confront her with it. That's our only chance.
There's no time for house cleaning now. Linda's going tonight. The fireplace, Ellen. The fireplace. What are you going to do? Oh, burn them? Good. That's it. Look at the ash pit. The gun fell through the trap. It's there, Ellen. It's never been found. Look, Ellen. It tips. Reach in. That's it. You got it? Don't touch the handle, Ellen.
Wrap it in a handkerchief. Now, hurry. We must catch Linda before she has a chance to get away.
Mrs. Reynolds, please.
She has left, madame.
When?
Oh, only a few minutes ago, madame.
Maybe we can catch her at the train. Hurry.
Wait!
She isn't in there.
Ellen, she's here.
What do you want? Get out of here.
You wanted proof? Look at this.
Careful, the fingerprints on.
Recognize it?
Why should I? I've never seen it before.
The fingerprints.
Fingerprints will decide that.
Well, supposing it is my gun. I didn't use it.
That, too, is a case for the police.
Then why didn't you go straight to them?
They can only prove you killed Nicky. I want something more than that from you. I want to know why. Why did you kill Nicky?
I didn't. And you can't make me say I did.
You killed him because he didn't love you. Because he loved me. That's the truth, isn't it?
Oh, go away. Let me alone.
Stop it. Look at me. You might as well confess. You can't get away. You'll never be able to get away.
Don't.
You killed him because he loved me. Because he never loved you. That's the truth, isn't it?
Yes, yes, yes. He didn't love me. It was always you. I meant to kill myself, too. I didn't want Jim to take the blame, but I was scared. But Jim wanted to save me. Now I'll go back.
Nicky.
You've done it, Ellen. You've won. Goodbye, my darling. Hello there. Hello. There's been a miracle. It's as though she heard me. As though she knew exactly what I was trying to say to her. Jeff will be free now, and Ellen?
Heartbroken and crushed?
No, her heart's too deep for that. It's too brave. Ellen's life's still before her, and the wonder and power of life is in her. Please God, she shall live it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you've placed it in his hands. Well, I've got to be getting along.
Poor little fellow. Pick him up, please.
Go ahead. You can do it. You see, it's all very simple. Well, so long, Nicholas.
Goodbye. Thanks.